Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we're going to talk about that article. By now, I'm sure it's everywhere. Um, if you're not familiar, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Russian state media released an article, and the title of it is What Should Russia Do with Ukraine? And it lays out the plan. Now, this is Russian state media saying this is the plan. This isn't, you know, the West saying that this is Russia's intentions. This is the media outlet controlled by the Kremlin, and this is the messaging they're putting out. It's imperialism. Okay? Well, let's just start there. I'll have the article linked down below with the translation. The general tone of it starts off by saying, hey, Ukraine, it's not really a civilization. It's not a country. They don't have a right to exist. Pretty dangerous rhetoric. Goes on to constantly call them Nazis over and over again, creating that villain that you need in propaganda. And then it lays out the plan. The plan is to divide the country, and everything to the east becomes a Russian territory that is going to be administered, at least temporarily, not forever, but for some time. How long, we don't know. It could take a while, at least a generation. It'll be administered by Russia. And the western part that they don't conquer, well, that's where all the haters will go. So all those people who had the lovely messages for me after I suggested that Russia would engage in forced relocation of people, well, now the Russians are saying they're going to do it. It's pretty wild rhetoric. It is, again, it's coming from the official state outlet, and that's their plan. They claim to hold the right to engage in trials afterward to determine whether or not somebody was evil and collaborated with the government that they don't like in this country that they have decided to colonize and take over. This should be a concern. This should be a concern for a lot of people. Generally, when countries go down this road and start using this kind of rhetoric, especially in state outlets like this, there aren't a lot of countries that turn back from this. There aren't a lot of countries that suddenly wake up and say, oh, wait, that wasn't such a good idea. There is discussion of how they plan on re-educating the populace in the part that they're going to administer, the part they're going to colonize. It's rough stuff. It is interesting to note that at this point now, they do seem aware that they will not take the whole country. And they point out that the line that is going to divide it, well, that's going to be experimental, which means they're going to take as much as they possibly can. It's up to Ukrainians to stop them, because their goal is to divide that country. And they will push it as much as they can, because they're saying it's going to be experimental. We'll see, what countries or what areas will go with us, what areas will go with the I think they said the Ukraine hostile to Russia. But denying the right to existence of a country's a pretty big deal. And the methods that they are talking about using are that they have parallels in the 1930s and 40s. It's worth the read. I suggest you take the time to do it because I have a feeling this is going to impact a lot of decision making when it comes to Western powers and what they're willing to do. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.